Before we begin today's episode, we acknowledge the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and their connections to land, sea, and community. We pay our respects to elders past, present, and future. All right, I got us some water, but I had to put them on these coasters because if you don't have them on coasters, it sounds like this. Yeah. I've got the coasters, so if you want a little bit of hydration.
Thinking yo.
Yeah. I also put some cool buttons on there. Do you want to try some buttons?
That's heaps sick, eh?
I was like,
Yes.
I was like hoping that, wow.
It is fucking minging.
Hello and welcome to Earthbound Era with your host, CJ. Today, I get to introduce you to one of my dear friends, Holly. Holly is a passionate fuckwit. No, I'm just-
It's true. She tells no lie.
I forgot what I was going to say. Today, I get to introduce you to my dear friend, Holly. Holly lives passionately through fitness, martial arts, and the aquatic world.
Oh, fish.
Fishies.
I like fish.
I love a bit of fish.
Plants.
How sexy is
Fighting.
fishies?
Fishing and fighting.
Fishing and fighting and fucking. How's your week been, gorgeous?
Oh, good. I'm like, okay, I need to just. Hello. Just recording. Hi.
Hello.
Good. I'm just working away, really. I've this week I've now learnt how to be okay with working full time.
Oh, it's so hard.
I think it's been this week and last week, it's taken me like 4 or 5 months to just be okay.
It's fucked.
I'm okay now.
You good now?
I'm all right. It's like I've accepted it and it's not painful. I used to wake up and then like leave the house in the morning just like fucking 8 hours of bullshit. But it's not bullshit. Like I love my job and it's great, but like I've accepted it now.
Yeah. And what do you do for work?
So I put I put fish in bags and give them to humans, and the humans then take the fish and put the fish from the bags into their glass little tanks, and that's where they sit and watch them for the rest of those fish's lives. I work
fish's
at
life.
an aquarium store. I do mainly all the plants, which is my main love. But I do like terrariums, indoor plants, look after all of that, and then also learn about the fish and
Mint.
it's cool.
Yeah.
A lot of neurodivergent people.
Oh, my people.
Oh,
That's my people.
Oh man, it's so funny. Like they'll come in, there's like they're just talking to me with their little like fidget spinners and stuff. And I'm
Really?
like, yeah, dude, you got to get one of these.
I fucking have one of them. I'm not wearing it right
The
now.
little bally ones.
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah.
They're fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, we're all.
Roll a
roll
little
a
bit
bit.
NQR, which
Yeah.
we love.
Yeah, it's great.
And do you have a favourite fish?
I really like the ghost knife fish. They're really cool.
Knife fish.
Yeah, they're like they look like eels.
Oh.
They're really cool. Or moray eels, there's freshwater ones. Or I like ember tetras. They're nice little fish.
Oh, I fucking love Tetris.
Yeah, that's
Eels are your
it.
shit.
yeah.
You love an eel.
Eels, yeah.
Eels are pretty sexy.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like them. Probably moray eels, I think. You know what? I'm gonna think of the answer when I'm driving home. Just like,
Fuck! I should have fucking said that
knew it.
fish or eel. God damn it.
God damn it! No, everyone knows I'm a fucking loser.
Oh my god, God.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
star sign, doll?
I'm a Cancer.
You're Cancer.
I'm Cancer.
Little crab.
Yeah.
Little crab.
Water sign.
Do you find you relate to it?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
How come?
Because apparently we have a hard exterior and soft interior, which I think I'm just soft through and through. But
This
yeah.
bitch.
But that I tend to do that, pretend that I'm tough, but I'm just a little soft.
Well,
sweet.
I've known you for fucking years now,
Mm.
and I know how soft and cuddly and mushy you are
Yeah.
inside. But you are also a tough bitch, and you do not let people fuck with you, which I really respect.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that must be like a
Definitely.
Cancer's kind of vibe.
Yeah, and we're home people, which is like the most mean because I'm
Yes.
such a hermit, but also very like not mothering, but like maternal.
maternal.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, which I feel I am that too. So
Also because I
Yeah.
feel like your house is like packed with 100 million fish tanks in every room. Like you have to have that nurturing side to be able to look after all of those fish tanks,
I
man.
actually have a really great announcement. I'm only down to 2. to 2
What?
tanks now. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, that's not the one. There's meant to be claps.
That's heaps sick, eh?
Go me.
I'm so proud of you. I
Thank
fucking
you.
used to go to this bitch's house and she would literally have like, I'm not even kidding, like 2. She had three in her bedroom.
Yep.
You had a whole room dedicated to terrarium stuff, which is fucking sick, like fair.
Yep.
But like in the lounge room, there'd be like a massive one and then 2 little ones. And then in the hallway, there'd be one. It was just like, it looked fucking sick, but that's a lot of work cut
It
out
was
for you.
so much work.
It's a lot.
That was so much. It was like, yeah, getting on like pushing double digits and I was like over 10. And I'm like, moving sucked. Moving was really hard and just looking after them all. And that was just because I went through that stage of just like hyper focus on fish. This is going to give me happiness.
Yes.
This is the happiness key. I've found it.
This is my dopamine, endorphins, oxytocin, and serotonin I
Yeah.
need in my life.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
But now I'm down to 2 and I think I'm like eventually just going to have none. Or maybe
Really?
one like really nice one. But at the moment it's like I'm just looking after all these fish. I get it out at work, you know. I don't need them.
Because it's not really like if you're doing it at work, it's like not a hobby as much.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's like a profession now. So I'm like, I just don't really feel the need to care for them because I've got them at work. I see them every day.
Totally.
Yeah.
I feel like that with plants. Like now that I work with plants, I literally barely look after my own ones at home.
Yeah, right?
Like it's ridiculous.
hard. You're
Like
like,
all
oh,
of them
yeah.
are dying and people come over and they're like, aren't you like the plant girl? I'm like, yes, I am. I don't fucking deal with it at home anymore, okay?
Literally.
Like-
yeah. Yeah.
It's fucked.
You're like, oh, okay. Now I get why like doctors are unhealthy, you know, because they have to like look after everyone else but themselves.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
It's just- yeah.
Dude.
Or like maybe why some PTs are just like,
Can't be fact.
I'm gonna eat so much.
Yeah.
Just
It's
eat
like-
for my clients.
Every time you do a
Yeah.
workout, I get a Freddo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, that'd be so good. I want that. That's it. I'm
That's
moving
the
back
one.
into
Yeah.
the fitness industry. That's it.
Do you find that like, because you work with like a lot of aquatic plants, do you find that aquatic plants are easier or harder than land plants? Because you've also, you know, you've done horticulture, you've also worked and done like gardening stuff. Like how would you compare them?
Ooh, good question. I would probably say they're harder.
The aquatic plants are harder.
Yeah, because with your normal terrestrial plants, like you've got the living land, whereas inside you have to literally create its own little ecosphere. Like you have to create its home, its habitat. So if you've got that already wrong, then you're not going to be able to look after the plants. So whereas with your normal shrubs, you just go outside, plant it.
Chuck it in the ground.
Yeah.
Do you find that like pH levels of water is different for each plant as well, or is that just fish?
Good question. Yeah, there are different pH levels for some plants that like it higher, more like mineral content in the water. But generally, it's all sort of very kind of similar.
Okay.
But you need like CO2 in the tank too, which is like the best.
Oh.
It's like a wonder drug for plants.
So when you studied horticulture, like what was the reason that you started doing that?
Ooh, I needed some direction, I believe. At the time when I was like getting into it, I'd finished school. I was with a rat bag of a dude and I was again looking for my dopamine hit.
Dude.
And I was like, oh, just have a little herb garden because I've always loved herbs and like their medicinal properties. So I did that, and then one of the addicts that was living in that house was like, oh, why don't you study plants? You know, that'd be a good idea. So thank God that guy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Crackhead. When I was like 16 or something, they were like 25.
Or you
I'm
should
like, "Thank you."
fucking do
Or you
heaps of
love
herbs
those
and shit,
plants.
so you can fucking grow me heaps of magie,
Which actually, yeah, we grew weed at that place too.
Yeah.
So yeah, from that, it just went. I was like, okay, I'll just do an apprenticeship, and I did that for 4 years at a rose farm, and then moved from the rose farm to like a private gardens where people from the public would come in, and yeah, looked after that and tended that for too long because redheads don't belong outside. we get crispy and bitchy. I was so mad, man, and like because I was just I was gardening by myself, and all I would have is my thoughts. I mean, I'd listen to podcasts, but the thoughts were so much stronger. So
I feel you.
over and over. But then, yeah, I decided, okay, I can't. This isn't it. I thought, this isn't it. We're going to go into fitness.
Yeah.
And then fitness wasn't it either.
So it's one of those like, okay, chapter, like, yep, I've done the best I can up to this point, and then I go on to the next thing. And
Yeah, I kind of like went away from my roots, and then I've sort of come back again. I'm like, oh yeah, I like plants.
yeah.
Why am I not doing this? you
Yeah.
know?
I think like when you find a new obsession, you kind of just forget about the old thing that you liked. And it's just like the, human design. We just want to move on to the next new exciting thing. But then if we can like integrate like all of our interests into one, like that is like fucking sick, because that's who we are and that's what has made up our, personalities and stuff.
Yeah,
That's sick.
That's something that I struggled with for so long, was like, what is my identity? I tied it to everything that I did, and everything that I did was always just what everyone else was doing. Like I just tried to like be a chameleon and fit in.
Yeah.
And then I think that's when I found MMA. That's when I started like being sort of more myself.
Yeah.
Again.
That's fair.
Um,
Well, I did actually want to touch on, before we move into the MMA world, you did a was it a competition or something where you had like all of these plants that he'd grown, and you made like a paper mache like dragon.
oh, bro, that was so cool.
You need to tell me about that.
That was the Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show. So they have it every year at the Botanical Gardens, and for school there was like some students from each different schools around the area. We had I think it was 3 by 2 meter like area that you could do. It's called Achievable Gardens. So you could basically orchestrate your own garden design, but it has to be achievable. Fuck that. I ain't doing achievable. I'm doing what I want.
You went all out.
I went all out, but I went like, it was just like, now looking back, I'm like, oh God, it's
What?
so, like, I wish like, it was just too much. It was too out
You
there.
reckon?
Yeah, like I just was like, I don't care about like the different plants in their placement. Like I put succulents with indoor plants like right next to each other. Like if they just wouldn't go well together.
So you're thinking of it like from a realistic, like practical end, rather than just like it looks really good together?
Yeah. But back then I was just smoking bongs and just like, I wanted to look really, really cool.
This makes sense, bro. No, I love that you did that though, because it's like really eye-catching, and also like it's kind of like fucking bending the rules. It's like, fuck you, I'm going to do indoor plants with fucking this and that, and like you can't tell me not.
Yeah. Yeah,
And,
exactly.
Like, how did you make the dragon?
Yeah, it took me so many hours, but yeah, paper mache and wire. Yeah. Like the furries, how they do like the whole like head. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I was the OG furry. No. But
I fucking love fairies.
Yeah.
Like
no,
I'm not into it, but like they're just interesting humans. I love them.
They are very, very. They're like we're here on the scale.
Yeah.
They're very far over
They're over
here.
there
Yeah,
somewhere.
they've like split off on their own like tangent of the neurodiversity line.
Which they are
Yeah.
fucking creative though.
Yes, they are. They're amazing. Like almost like they should be in like TV and making that sort of
Yes.
stuff. Like that, it really is like damn. Like
How the fuck do you do that? And how do you fucking those? Anyway,
Yeah.
we're going.
fueled
got
by the
way off.
haughtiness. He's gonna love this fur the way it looks. Oh my god, he's gonna fucking see it from behind.
Oh, this is what our friendship is like usually. So I'm so
Yeah,
glad that it's
always,
translating to all of our
always.
listeners.
Yeah. Oh god. Hi, Mum. Hi. You praised me so much.
I fucking love that. So you've got a fucking comp tomorrow, girl.
I do. Yeah, jiu-jitsu. It's my first one back in like 2 years. 2 years now.
Yes.
So I had hip surgery because I tore my hip labrum in a fight camp for Muay Thai, and so it's been 2 years since I've done any competition, and I just was like, I'm gonna throw myself into this because I need to get more consistent with my training. I just needed something to sort of push me into just leveling up a bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's been a while, babe. Like,
Yeah.
I was at your last comp and I fucking was like crying and shit. I was
Yeah,
like, yes.
It's been too long. It's been a really hard journey, but
How so?
we're there. Oh man, again with tying what I do to my identity, I was like, who am I? I thought I was this like fighter, and now what have I got? I got nothing. That
Not
was
true.
really no, but back then that's how I felt.
Right.
So I was just like really trying to find myself, and then just a lot of resentment too.
Right. Toward yourself? Or
Towards
the
myself.
industry?
Towards I'm sorry.
Here we
I'm
go.
sorry, Mish. I'm sorry, Appa. I love you. My boyfriend was fighting heaps during those two years too, and I feel so bad because I'd be like so jealous of him.
Yeah.
And I finally learned how to be happy for him.
Yep.
Like in the last like year or so, because I don't know why, but I felt that like when he was fighting, I'm like, oh, I should be doing this. Like it was all about me, and I'm
Right.
like, it was just shitty human being stuff that I was just trying to deal and cope with my own not being able to do anything and being stuck in like this broken body.
Because you were hurting and you just didn't
yeah.
have know how to get out of your own
Just
mind.
jealous.
Yeah,
So
like
jealous.
it's fair enough because it's like you were going through it,
Mm.
but like now you can be
Yeah,
happy
now.
for him and
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I'm his number one fan.
yes, like
Yeah.
next fight up is Appa and whoever the fuck else. Doesn't actually matter who the fuck else it is.
It really doesn't. That dude, he is incredible. Like
I haven't seen him fight yet.
He's an incredible fighter.
Yeah.
Like, he's going far.
Yeah.
He's really going far. Every time he fights, it makes me so happy. He's an amazing person and amazing fighter.
I love that.
Yeah.
What made you get into fighting in the first place?
Kung Fu and anime.
Kung Fu and anime. I mean, that's you can't have a cup of tea without a biscuit kind of vibe.
Man, so true. Man, Confucius. Indeed. No, Kung Fu movies when I was growing up. I watched a lot of Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Donnie Yen. A lot of those old school kind of like martial arts movies. I loved them. And then also Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god, the best.
Yes.
The OG, Naruto, like a whole lot of anime. I just love that. I always love how it's usually like the protagonist will be always like cut down. And then they come back. They keep coming back, coming back.
Cutting them down and it's just like, all right, I've got to put my all into this fucking shit. Like,
Yeah, I always had, again, my, what's that word, myself,
fulfillment.
No.
Obsession.
Nope. How I see myself.
Fuck quit.
I said it before.
I'm kidding. Your personality.
No.
Like the thing of like personality.
Yeah.
Identity.
Yeah. There we go. We got there. 2 brain cells working as one. My identity was tied into. I've forgotten what I was saying.
Anime. Naruto. Sexy jutsu.
Oh yeah, so I would take on the characters of like the animes that I'm watching, and I would use them to fuel me through really hard times in life.
Who did you like embody the most?
Probably Zuko or Katara from Avatar: The Last Airbender. People, an anime called Tokyo Ghoul I really liked, or there's also, it's really old. It's called Blood Plus.
Blood Plus. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, the main chick from that, she's really sick.
Fuck
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, Saya. It's really cool.
Did you see that they made like a real version of One Piece?
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. Apparently, people are saying that like it looks like shit, and then they watch it, they're like, "Oh no, this is actually pretty cool."
Yeah, One Piece is one of those animes that have way too many episodes, and I'm like, I can't.
Bro,
I'm not gonna bother.
I can't.
Yeah.
The attention span is about this short, and the episodes are like this long, so I cannot do it.
Yeah. I know that you were never really about fiction, or is it non-fiction? I always get confused.
The one that's I like a lot of fantasy,
Yep.
but anime moves a bit too slow for me.
Mm.
But I can see the appeal.
What about like, because I remember with, say, Harry Potter, you're like, it's too fake. Like,
Right.
I can't deal with like, have you gotten
I've
through
gotten over it. Yeah,
Smoke and Mirrors?
I've gotten over that.
Yeah.
But I'm still the most annoying fucking person to watch movies with because I'm like, wait, what's happened? Like, Nathan, can you tell me what does this mean?
Yeah.
Why did he do that? And Nathan's like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Yeah, fair.
But so it needs to be like simple.
Yep.
And like the movies can't be too long. Like it was like hell trying to get through Lord of the Rings, even though I loved Lord of the Rings. But I'm just like, fucking come on, can't.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know,
Yeah.
just took a while.
Actually, I understand that. I really do. Yeah. You need something. You need to be stimulated by something. It's like, okay, we're sitting here watching. That's why I like to snack a lot and eat. Like or just pick at things or like
just something with the
something else.
hands. Like that's why I overeat because I'm like, all right, I'm watching the next 4 episodes of Drag Race and having a meal with every single episode. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
So hard to
Are
not
you
do
still
that.
on your Drag Race?
Bitch.
Yeah, of course.
I am back on hard
Love
with
it.
Drag Race. Like,
Love it.
Obsessed.
It's so good. Anytime like I hear RuPaul or like see anything to do with Drag Race, I'm like, Siege.
Hey.
Straight away. So good.
So good.
So good.
Well, I actually have a bit of an interesting question for you.
Mm.
I've always wanted to talk about this with you, but I feel like this is like the perfect time and you've given me the go-ahead that you want to talk about it on here.
Mm.
So a lot of people have tried ayahuasca or interested in doing ayahuasca, and you have a story that I have heard bits and pieces about, but I'm really intrigued to get into it because you had a really interesting run with the plant medicine.
Yeah.
Tell me about that and like how, you know, step by step. Like,
Yeah. I think, again, I was always trying to search for something, some sort of happiness or something to like free me from this constant agony of life.
Thoughts,
So I was like, okay, that's it. I'm gonna take some ayahuasca. Like it will heal me. That's all I need. That's it. Like I was deep into my psychedelics, like that sort of realm of things. And so I was like, I just decided I'm going to go to Peru. I'm going to do a week retreat and stay with the shamans and see how it goes. I had I had my my hopes way too high.
Right.
And it's like you have to put in the hard work.
Yeah.
You have to. You can't. It's not like you just like take a potion and then you're just going to be like instantly transformed. Like it doesn't work like that. I think maybe it sort of gets a little bit glamorized as that. Like
Right.
some people can have these fantastic, amazing trips, but it's like, yeah, it can rewire your brain, but also like you've got to do the hard work to fix it too.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, I went over to Peru, and we had a very like hard cut diet. Like it was, I think it was vegan.
Yep.
Which I was vegan at the time, I believe. Anyway, so that was fine.
Yep.
I had to cut off my SSRIs too, so I couldn't take my medication. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so I was on I think it was Zoloft. Yeah, I was on Zoloft for years, and I had to come off it, and so I weaned off it for like I think 3 months prior to it, and then eventually came off. And it was so hard.
yeah.
So hard. And you're like, I'm on a holiday, and I'm like, oh, I'm so depressed.
Yeah.
That wasn't good. But yeah, so with the way that they ran the retreat, you would meet the shaman at the start and ask any questions. There was you'd have your own dormitories. There was a kitchen. You'd have your food cooked for you. There was gardens, like you could go around and like look at the gardens. There was like cats, and you could go into like the village there too, and just sort of sightsee. But like everything was quite strict and like regimented. There was 3 ceremonies that you'd go through that week. I think it was the second night in that we had our first one. So you walk into like this traditional hut, and it's a circular hut, and the shaman will be singing his Icaros, I believe is how you say
wow,
it.
okay.
You like that roll of my
Icaros.
Icaros, which basically is like their own shamanic song that they sing every time that they do a ceremony. The shamans will have the ayahuasca, but they'll take it. They'll have it all the time, like just every day.
What?
Yeah, just in small amounts, but like they build like a tolerance to it, I believe.
Wow.
And so they have like they work very close with this plant, so they know it really, really well.
Yeah.
Basically they will sing their song, and they'll cleanse you as well, and try and like deliver you through a safe journey, basically. There's also other like shamans in there. They'll have like they're rattling leaves, and they'll like shake it over you, and they'll blow smoke into your face, like tobacco smoke, like your traditional, just like the leaf.
Oh, the
Just
green
the
one?
leaf.
The green powder, like the traditional tobacco ceremonial stuff?
Yeah. And then, so you're just like, you're sitting in like this dark hut. Like you can't really see, like you can kind of see who's around you, but you've got like a blanket, pillows, that sort of stuff. They'll give you the cup. You drink it. I reckon it tastes like Vegemite, like a rank Vegemite. Yeah, I haven't had Vegemite for a while after that. And I didn't notice much until suddenly I'm like, oh, okay, everything's getting even more dark. And then like I saw sort of like these odd like tentacle kind of waves. And at that time I was very into like witches. And they were kind of like, pulling me in, and it was like, oh, this is wonderful. I'm like, oh, I remember putting my head up, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be the best. And then suddenly like just this darkness took over. And I mean darkness to the point where I was like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know, like, I don't know my name. I don't know who I am. I don't know where I am. Like that, it's like.
How quickly was that since you drank it?
It's hard to say.
Right.
It really is. It's hard to say, but it would come in waves. So like at the start, it was all like it slowly started feeling like shit, and then it was just like hit me hard. And I remember kind of being in and out of it, and you'd go around in like a sort of loop, and it would get really hard, and I'm like trying to remember my name. I remember just being like, Holly,
Yeah.
like Holly, like
Now
just
having to
trying
remind yourself and say like, no, I'm staying with the sanity.
Yeah,
The
and
sanity of it.
Yeah,
like,
and that's basically that's fighting it. And they tell you don't fight it.
oh,
Don't fight it. You got to go in with it. But I was not going in there. I couldn't go in there. There was no way I was going in there. Like it was like literally insanity, and I couldn't I couldn't understand anything. And then I was like, I need to get out of here. And then when I come back around, there was nurses there, and I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I need you to make this stop. Like, get me out of here.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's okay. And I'm like, I'm gonna lose my, like, what is going on?
So they were like, no, you have to go through
No,
with it.
they were just like, oh, you've got this. Like, you know, the shaman came
Encouraging
over,
you.
was like, you'll be okay. And I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. And then I would just like lose it again. Like I would just be like, up, and then just go non-human.
Yeah. So when you were like in those non-human moments, when you said it was like really dark, like what are you seeing?
So it wasn't as much of like a seeing, but more of like just a feeling of just like deep darkness. I did see like devils, you know, like those old school etching kind of biblical kind of artwork.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yes.
I love that because that was it. Like I remember seeing myself upside down and getting like, what's that? What is this?
Sawn.
Sawn. Yeah, sawn.
You were getting
Upside down.
sawn.
Yeah, from fucking down there, from the badge. Yeah.
So they were sawing you from.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah,
What the
so
fuck?
like I was upside down, and then like they're getting like there's these devils just like like
sawing from
breaking
you
me in
going-
half. And
Oh
I'm like,
my
"Oh, fuck."
God.
Yeah, like it that was like, I guess I'm not really explaining it very well, but like that was sort of as I was coming back out of it, and then as I'm coming back out of it, you sort of start seeing things that are more related to this world again and who I am, and then you'd come back, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that's right, I'm back in this like room again, and then you'd slowly just like get pulled back into
like
it.
like a tide, just like in and out. Dude.
Yeah, that was like sort of the darkest sort of stuff, is like, yeah, some torture sort of
Jeez,
horrible
man.
shit. Yeah.
Do you think that like if you were, say that you were back there and you tried to let yourself go into it, like would it be different, or do you think that you did try every now and then be like, I'm just gonna let go?
No, I didn't let go.
Yeah. Do you
Nah.
think it would be?
Yeah, I reckon
Really?
it'd be different if I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I couldn't.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, I couldn't. Like, I literally couldn't. I ended up saying, hey, I can't do this. You need to get me out of here. The nurses helped me up, helped me walk to the hospital, not hospital wing, but like the
Place.
yeah, the hospital.
Yeah.
Let's call it the hospital. And I was sitting on the hospital bed, and they literally they injected an antipsychotic into my ass. Because I was like, I don't care, just do it. Like I'm tripping balls. Like absolute
shit.
balls, and I'm rolling, and like the needles looking like this big
Oh,
to me, and I'm
no,
like,
dog.
oh man, yeah, it was horrible. I do remember like looking at the wall and seeing like a leopard like growling at me, which is interesting because there's the three things that they say you see is like the leopard, the eagle, and the snake as well.
It's interesting.
Very typical in like the trip to see those kinds of animals.
Yeah.
Snakes very much.
I wouldn't do well then.
Yeah. That was the first time.
So that was the first one of the week.
First one of the week, yeah. And
So you went through with the second?
yeah.
Bitch.
I was like, I remember like it wearing off and then like the sun coming up because you had to do it at night.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm never doing that again. And then like you'd have a day in between the trips to which I'm trying to like be like, dude, you've traveled like across half the world just to do this. Like you have to do this. And I fought the other two. It wasn't as bad. They gave me less. But I just didn't have a good time.
Yeah.
0-star review. Would not recommend. No. It was an experience. I think now looking back, I think it was trying to teach me, hey, you've got some stuff you need to go to. You need to go do the hard work.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was trying to tell me, rather than, that was a lot. And then we got back, and then it was rainbow that weekend.
Oh, and we went hard. Like, I think about the amount of things that we put in our body, and I like get anxiety. I'm like, that is fucked.
Yeah. And like, because you can have like, what's it called, where it comes back?
Like a relapse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah. Like I had too many drugs like that following weekend, and it kicked back, and I remember just having, the same like ayahuasca sort of.
Were you in the tent?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, in the tent. Yeah.
Was it
In
just
the
like you
tent.
could see like.
Yeah, the same sort of like visuals again.
Yeah.
Not the same feeling, thank God, but still pretty shitty. And just like real wiggy.
Yeah.
Real wiggy.
Wiggy's the word.
I think that I did a lot of brain damage to myself.
From
that week.
from Rainbow.
From both.
Both of them?
From both. I feel like it took me a good 3 or 4 years to fully get my brain back to like normal again.
Yeah.
Because I would sometimes just go in and out of reality.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'd just lose touch, and I'd be like, oh, what are we? What is going on? Like, what am I looking at? And I'd just be driving.
Yeah.
You know, you're like
Just,
driving,
like,
you're like,
zoning
this
out.
is the weirdest thing. Like, you just have the strangest feeling. Like, this isn't real.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
It's like I'm in simulation.
Yeah. Nah, just on the cusp of reality.
Just very much. So do you think that you got anything positive from it?
Good Coke.
From the ayahuasca trip?
No, yeah. No, like good, really good Coke. There's amazing Coke in Peru. No, a story, I guess. No, honestly, not really. Not really. Like I would like to say that, it taught me that I needed a lot. I needed to learn a lot about my darker side and to face it all. But I mean, shit, I could have done that just by going to therapy a bit more.
Yeah.
So that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that with me.
You're welcome.
Do you have anything to say to people who are wanting to try ayahuasca?
Just wait until you're 25. I did it too early. I was like, I think 20.
That's young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're about about that age.
Yeah.
I was about 20. So let your brain form a little bit more, and then go do it, because I feel like I was just too young. And don't expect it to completely heal you, but I hope you have a better outcome than I got.
Yeah. And when you got home, like, was there any way that you felt like you had to heal from that experience? Like,
yeah, very much so. Yeah. Oh man, you just like awoke and just like awoke a lot of memories just then. Yeah, I would sleep with the light on for like a year.
Really?
Yeah. I just realized.
traumatized.
Yeah, I slept with the light on for a year after that. Yeah, wow. Yeah. Nighttime was just horrible. That's when all the creepy crawlies would come out to play. They'd sit next to you on your pillow. Yeah, wow.
Do you remember like just feeling their like energy, like this?
Yeah.
Like it's like a spiritual energy, or is it like demonic, or like what?
Think it was just like depressive. I think it was depressive, but definitely creepy. Like you know,
Like crawling in your ear
Yeah.
kind of vibes.
yeah, exactly. Like little earwigs and stuff. Like it was just like that weird like chatter of just something not of this world.
Yeah.
Something weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's something
Yeah.
else trying to get into you.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
feel like you overcame that, like
Yeah,
over maybe a couple of years.
definitely.
Wait, because I think you started microdosing mushrooms. Was it from healing from that, or was that to do with something else?
Probably both.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been on that journey of healing, trying to find something that will heal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think probably definitely that helped. That definitely helped. Yeah.
How so?
It just brought a bit of brightness back into my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
A bit of vibrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Became a bit more open.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I felt like, because we were living together at the time when you started microdosing, and I saw such an amazing change in you where like beforehand you were like a little bit more timid to new people. This is before you were working at the, at the gym and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And like you were a little bit more timid and stuff like that. And then like you started microdosing, you had the courage to like go get a fucking job interview there, and you like was like able to talk to new people, and like it was like a very like you were maybe taking it for like I don't know, maybe a few months, maybe 6 months, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like it was like a quick change.
Yeah, I was very nervous. I used to be a very nervous person, and very scared to do things. All right, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it was. I think it was only three months or so.
Yeah, it was short.
that I had it, and it was only a small amount. But it definitely sort of made me feel a bit more confident about everything.
Yeah.
In life.
How much were you taking?
I believe it was like 0.2 of a gram.
Yeah.
0.2.
Yep.
Yeah, 0.2. Like nothing.
Yeah.
Like it was not enough to even notice it, like a difference. I wasn't tripping or anything. It was just like, oh, everything's a little bit brighter. I'm a little bit more positive.
Is it like kind of like a playful essence, or was it more just like, oh, it's
Yeah.
okay, like it's fine?
Yeah, no, more playful. And I feel like that I've always tried to look for some sort of like to be content, to be okay. So it kind of made me feel okay.
Yeah.
It was like a just nurturing kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh, okay.
I tried to microdose and I can't.
Are you doing a small amount?
I did I think that time I did 2.2. It was less.
Yeah.
And I remember being at home when we lived together, and I was like just trying it, and I just ended up getting real like insecure and uncomfortable. So like if I'm going to eat mushies, I have to have like more. So then I get over that hump of anxiety, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm having fun now.
Yep.
And like to me, like when I have mushrooms, I don't really have it at parties. Like I have it like either at home with my journaling and shit, or like maybe at a festival if it's like a festival overseas where I'm not going to see heaps of people I know.
Yep.
Because I can't just like interact with 100 million people
Yep.
when tripping. It's just not something I can do.
Nah, I don't. I feel like it's not something you're meant to do either.
I don't think so.
No.
I mean, if you can handle yourself and
Yeah.
if you feel comfortable to respect the plant still, you do you. But like when I see people being like, let's take fucking 8 cups of mushies, I'm just like,
Yeah, it's not a party drug.
yeah.
Took us years
Yes.
to realize that.
Bro, I'm still trying to fucking learn. I'm still like,
Dude.
oh, maybe I'll just do a little bit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Munted again.
Yep.
I learned a new saying for like another word as like fucked or like cooked or whatever. Trolleyed.
Trolley.
Absolutely trolleyed.
I like it.
It's kind of funny because you can just imagine the trolley going sideways down
Yeah.
the fucking...
You know what I thought? I thought like the trolley lollies. That was my first.
I don't know those.
Trolley lollies?
No.
Oh, like yeah. I'm yeah, I can't.
Just started salivating. Everybody
Yeah.
watch out. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. Like, I really
Of course.
appreciate it. And
Of
I don't
course.
think I've actually fully, like, heard the whole story before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, my I feel like my memory is pretty shot, but there's like I completely forgot about how I kept the light on for like a year.
Yeah.
But like,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
yeah, no, it's interesting. It's very interesting.
Well, I've got a very important question for you.
Mm.
This might be the big one.
Mm.
Do you want to play Two Truths and a Lie?
I do. I do.
Do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
I would like you to go first.
Okay. All
I
right.
would like. Yes, I would like that. Okay.
Well, Two Truths and a Lie. I
Okay.
actually tried to look online for a bunch of ideas and all the ones online are fucking shit.
I want to chat Chat GPT. Oh,
or
God.
Chat GPT.
Chat GPT.
GPT.
The AI thing.
I think
I was like, hey, can you tell me how to have a personality?
Please give me a reason to be a human.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
I have a piercing down there.
Okay.
I've stolen a car.
Okay.
I've only got one kidney left.
It's either A or C. Bitch, you've stolen a car. I know it. Or maybe you haven't. It's something. They're all. What? You don't have a piercing down there. You never have, unless you've recently got one.
Oh, I've done 2 lies and a truth. I was like, wait, I don't have a piece. Wait, fuck.
I thought I was going to do that. I was like, I bet you I'll fuck it up and I'll do it the other way around. You fucking done it. Yes.
Bitch. Okay, wait.
Spectrum. We're on the spectrum.
Hashtag pneumodivergence.
Oh my God.
Okay,
that's
no, but you
amazing.
still have to guess which one's.
Okay, so
one's
then
the truth?
the truth is you've stolen a car.
God damn it. Yes,
Oh,
that's
God,
true.
I'm good. Oh, God, I'm good.
Do you want to know the story?
Yes. Please.
So
please tell me.
when I was living in Kilsyth, I know, so bougie.
Nice.
I was going through my like station rat vibe, and it was like we were just doing all the most fucked shit.
Yep.
And I was dating this guy called Dazza, full blown Dazza.
Oh my God, Dazza.
Dazza. The reason we broke up was because he tried to steal my phone and sell it, and we were
Really?
dating.
Right,
Dumb
yeah.
But yeah, he used to live with his mum and his brother, and him and his brother had a fight while we were over. And so we fucking stole his brother's car and did donuts on the Kilsyth ovals, and it was the best.
Oh my God.
It was the best. But then I was like, anyway, bye. You tried to fucking sell my phone.
I'm going to use that as a two truths and one lie a couple of years later.
Fuck yeah, literally. I'm
That's
like,
so good.
this is the reason why I stole the car so I could use it on the podcast.
No, it's so good. That's awesome.
Okay, now you do yours.
Okay.
Actual 2 truths and a fucking lie.
Okay, so yeah.
Something
So
wrong with
it's
me.
2 that's right and 1 that's wrong.
Yeah.
All right,
that's, yeah.
all right.
Okay.
Okay. I have swam with sharks. I have a lock of my boyfriend's hair from his head. Or I played 7 different types of sports growing up.
Bitch, you definitely got a lock of his fucking hair. You are that bitch. Is that your truth? Wait, it's 2 truths and a lie. So I picked
Yeah.
the lie.
Pick the lie.
Okay, you've definitely got his hair. I fucking know it. You have, the sentence of the sharks or 7 different sports. I know that you were very sporty growing up, but you were really like into your running and you were into basketball.
Nice.
I reckon the lie. Oh, fuck. I reckon the lie is you've swam with sharks.
Ooh.
But I feel like you've done that. But you didn't
I'm
play
crafty,
7.
but remember, I'm crafty. I'm crafty with the way that I am. I'm crafty.
So I reckon, no,
Yeah.
I take back my answer. My answer is that you haven't played 7 different sports because you were focusing on a few.
Close.
Fuck.
So I do have a lock of my boyfriend's hair,
Obviously.
but it's not from his head.
Oh, wait. What?
That's how you sick guy.
No, it's from his chest.
I thought you were going to say
It's
his
his
pubes.
chest. I mean, definitely not his pubes.
Fuck me.
God no. Who would have that? I said I wouldn't tell anyone. This is true. I'm like,
So the lie is that you got a lock of hair from his head.
yep.
You fucking bitch. That
Yep.
was good.
Thank you. The others are correct. I did play 7 sports growing up. Too many. Thank you, Mum. Appreciate it. My body is now broken and I fucking want to beat everyone. And then if I don't win, I cry. And also I swam with sharks at when I was a kid at SeaWorld.
True.
Yeah, back before everyone realised how much of a piece of shit SeaWorld is.
Fuck you, SeaWorld.
Yeah, fuck you, SeaWorld.
Fuck you,
All
SeaWorld,
me
you
and my
dumb
homies
dogs.
hate SeaWorld.
Wait, what 7 sports did you play?
I wrote it down too because I was like, I know
She's gonna
footy,
fucking-
basketball, athletics, cross country, kung fu, gymnastics, and rollerblading.
Rollerblade?
Yeah,
That's
rollerblading.
cute.
How cute
Do
is
you
that?
still have
Yeah.
any?
Nah, I should.
Can we go rollerblading?
That'd be sick.
That'd be fucking bad.
You know what mission I did? We got little scooters when we went away. We went away to Mornington.
Yep.
Got there. And they were like $15 each from like the op shop, but they're like the proper scooters with like the big like wheels. And we just scoot around. And now we've been going up and down to like the fish and chip store. It's so good. It's so good.
Wait, are they like the electronic ones?
No,
Or like the old school proper ones?
but like they look like the electronic ones. So they're like the bigger ones, and not
Yeah.
like the ones that just hit your fucking ankle.
Oh,
You
the
know
little
those
fucking-
ones that hurt.
I'll fucking
Oh
get
god, they suck.
those little bastards at the fucking skate park. Like,
Yeah, nah.
scoot up. We
Yeah.
can't say that word anymore.
Oh
but
man, I was about to
Sorry.
say it. I was about
Can't
to say it.
Scoot up.
I don't say that word.
We don't
I
say
know.
that word anymore, but Holly and I have been best friends. Actually, you're the longest friend I have.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
Like,
You're like my only like standing running friend. Like I have people in my life and I have like friends from the gym, but I mean like friend that I actually like go and meet up with.
yes.
Outside of just what I do every day or every week. It's like you guys are it. Like
You're,
that's
as
it.
we say, the cat at the end of me and Nathan's bed,
I really am. I really am.
which I love.
I really was.
Yeah.
It
And
was a
we've
third
like
wheel.
shared so many fucking mint memories together. Like, I actually wrote down some of my favorite
Ooh,
things.
ooh, nice.
One of my favorite things, because we used to live together, was during lockdown, we milked the fuck out of shit. Like, we were like getting high every single night. We were pretending to make like music videos, slow-mo twerking, like
good.
Uno cards, like throwing them up like money.
We got really creative.
It was so fun. So that was one of them. And then another one was when we lived together, and anytime that me or you wanted something, we'd always call out to Nathan! Nathan! And Nathan be like, he literally won't let me do that.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, no. I'm like, Nathan!
Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, poor
Sorry,
guy.
doll.
Poor guy. Jesus.
Oh,
Jesus.
God. And then one of my other memories that I wrote down because I fucking love it was that rainbow that we got trolleyed at. Like, I remember we took acid on like the first day, and we were all laughing so hard, but you were laughing so hard that you had to get
yeah.
up and fucking excuse yourself, and then all you could hear was like
Yeah.
fucking losing it, and like you came back to the tent and you were like bawling your eyes out from laughter. It was
Yep.
so funny, and like
I remember
yeah,
that. Yeah.
just dressing up
Nice.
with you, dog. Like
So good.
so
so
many
good.
memes. That's just like literally like a drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
A drop in the ocean. Changing the weather I was waiting for. Okay, I can't actually sing that. Anyway, I love you so fucking
I love
much,
you.
bitch.
I love you. This is my first podcast, so I'm sorry. I can't talk properly. I've been like trying to talk.
Bitch, no. You know, like words
Yeah,
are hard.
we're both pretty.
Like, why did I choose this as a hobby, bro?
I'm like, every second word's gonna be like, it's all gonna just be just me trying to communicate.
Just loading like.
I try to communicate, but I cannot get the words out. I'm really eloquent in here, but not
eloquent.
eloquent.
Eloquent. Eglington.
But yeah.
But
that's the best
why,
I got.
Mate,
That's it.
that's why we fucking made this podcast, because everyone's like, oh, we're a perfect podcast. And I'm like, well, welcome to fucking Australia, cunts. All right, we're better tee off, but much love. Thank you for listening.
You.
Suck me off at the next station.